Okay, so recently I started two challenge run accounts. The one you see right here is going to be my nothing account. I actually started this like a while ago, but basically I sell everything. I completed all quests except like one because I didn't feel like completing it, and I try to rebuild. And the other one, I made a new account, and it's just going to be my solo only account. And I've been playing on that account quite a lot recently, and one thing I've noticed from playing solo, and this is like one of my first times actually playing an account just solo, but normally always trio. Once you start getting better at solo, you start fighting a lot of rats and a lot of people who are duo. It's either they're ratting and they're like mega ratting, or they're duo and they're 9 times out of 10 higher kit than you. It's a weird system, but I'm glad they changed it at the very least because it's better than fighting trios because sometimes that stuff is unwinnable. But what I'm about to show you right now is basically what I learned from fighting trios and fighting rats. So basically, if you're thinking of starting like a solo only account or just play solo only, these are some of the things that I started to pick up on, started to notice some of the habits I started to build to basically be able to play solo without feeling like I'm always at a disadvantage or everything is always against me, so on and so forth. Alright, so the first thing I want to go over is basically the need for grenades. Grenades are so important if you're solo because you don't have someone to peek off with you if you mess up, if you get unlucky with a spray. You need a way not only to correct a mistake, but to save your life. You don't have anyone to covering fire for you. You don't have anyone to swap off with. You need grenades if you want to live. It's unquestionable. Nades save lives. Always bring nades when you're solo. Even if it's only two normal grenades, they will save your life if you use them correctly. Alright, quickly gonna go over my thought process here. I was going down the skeletal. I looked over, didn't see anyone, started moving down. I got shot at. I knew he was either above me or to the left. He got me low. And the second I heard that drop, I knew he was gonna try to push me. Turned around, threw a nade to cover my behind. Went over there, threw a smoke so I had cover to move back, and then I healed and I left. He didn't follow. I could be posted up anywhere but Bulldog at that point, and he knew I had it, so I was safe after that. Anyway, so while fighting duos while you are disadvantaged, there is one thing that's in your favor, and that's when you hear a sound, you instantly know it's the enemy because there's no one else on your team. That does give you a slight advantage when fighting less organized duos, and that can change the course of the fight. Alright, I'm quickly going to go over what happened in this fight. So basically, the second I hear them, I try to get into a position where I can hopefully get the jump on one, while also trying to collect as much information as possible. I hear that they have a mana core. I notice that there's two of them, so I know for sure that I have to get the jump on one if I want to try to win this, especially at this specific range with this specific gun. So I luckily find a position that's relatively decent. I look over to the left, there's a safe. I look over to the right, there's something to loot. I know they're looting. I try to get the jump, hopefully make this a 1v1, and I also make sure to use my nades to force him to either push or back off to be in a better position to win. In fights like this, especially when it's 2v1, you always have to be looking for things, small things even, that can hopefully increase your odds of winning. Alright, another example. When you're solo, you should always be trying to find people before they find you, because you're at a disadvantage otherwise. Here, I hear someone, I try to gather information, I try to find a position where I can get the jump on them for sure. I know he's mid-range, I'm close range, I don't want to fight that long. Luckily, I hear the second one before they start running past me. I'm like, okay, I can't win versus that shoddy. I take out the nades, I start tossing them, so I can hopefully damage him enough to just finish him off. Now, I'm sure you're looking at this and going, okay, these are just two like specific situations where it's like this just worked out for you. No, that's not exactly it. Sometimes you just get unlucky and you just have to make sure a fight works in your favor by using utility and repositioning. Because most fights are just going to be random. You're not going to see it coming. They're going to get the jump on you. And you just need to be able to recover in those situations. That's the point of the nades, and that's the point of making sure that you can shoot your gun in its effective range. Just a quick note. I know I'm in a bad position. I used my smoke to get away. I know he has a better gun than me, so I know I have to aim for head if I want a chance to win, and I have to glitch. So glitch peeking is where you like barely show your body, or you shoot at just overall better position. I use everything that I can to make sure that I win this fight here. I have the high ground. I have everything. That's why I win this. You basically have to make sure everything that can be in your favor is in your favor. Now, one of the most untalked about but also most important parts of this game is gun control. There's a lot of rats in this game, and there's a lot of situations where you're just meant to lose. But sometimes you don't. Because not only do you have quick reflexes, but you also have more control over your gun. You don't miss as many shots. It's important. Understanding the recoil of your gun, because every gun has a very set recoil. I've heard people say, oh, your gun's random. It's not random. Every time you shoot your gun, it has a set pattern. Learn the pattern of your gun, and it will save you more than you think. Quick reflexes, understanding that people can be there, just being aware people could just be camping for no real reason at some random spot will save your life. And having the ability to quickly be like, okay, screw it, even when you're panicked, and just hit every shot will save your life. There's really nothing to talk about. This guy missed way too many shots, and I hit all of my shots. I wasn't fastest to react. I was actually super panicked when it happened. But because he missed and I hit and I was strafing while it happened, I won that fight. Even though he had better armor and everything. So 2v1 in this game, it's very simple, even though it's relatively complicated. You basically want to build a lot of good habits that will slowly increase your odds of winning. You want to dictate a fight, you want to have good gun control, you want to be managing and increasing your odds every time you get the chance. And if you do that enough, you'll start to get used to 2v1ing. You'll start winning more 2v1s, you'll just start getting used to the game a little bit more. Alright, this is an example where good habits can save your life. A bunch of good habits right there saved my life, even though everything else told me it was clear. I heard people fart, I heard monsters inside, I thought there was no one inside. But when I opened that door, I kept moving, and when I was trying to leave, and I thought he might try to push me because I was low, I threw nades. It saved me. Even though everything in that fight said I should have lost, because of that, I won.